And we're gonna have the happiest Christmas since Bing Crosby tap danced with Danny fucking Kaye. And when Santa squeezes his fat white ass down that chimney tonight, he's gonna find the jolliest bunch of assholes this side of the nut house.
Don't wait till the night before Christmas to be good.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode whatever we're at of the Prehistoric podcast, part 8. Part 8 in the 12th podcast of Christmas, number 5. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Francois Nation.
I'm Andrew Sorsdahl.
I'm worried that if we call the Mattawa Sheriff Department...
I don't see a number that's... I can't distinguish between like the emergency number, and there is no other number for the Sheriff Department that I see there.
We'll try and look it up. We're going to try and find it for you guys. We're maybe going to connect them with a Pizza Hut here in Canada through conference calling. Boy, how funny would that be?
Can I give them a Pizza Hut?
We should conference call them in with the fucking Chinese restaurant in Cabri, because that girl can hardly speak any English.
What do you want to order? That would be incredible.
Or we should just get a soundboard and call them with a soundboard.
Ferris Bueller style.
It's raw, you donkey.
So last time we knocked off a few name versus premium brands. Let's talk a little bit now about alcohol brands and why some of them are important to us and why you won't cave and drink the alternative, the knockoff, the
Once again, it's like with beers, like, are there knockoff beers? Like,
yeah,
what?
like
What's
Old
a
Mill's a knockoff beer, Boxer's
what?
a knockoff beer. Well, they're just like cheap dollar beers.
Oh.
They're not brewed because people are like, I love the craft of making this. Like, it's like we need to
black
make shitty,
ice.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
Black Label, Boxer, Old Mill, Keystone,
Lucky Lager,
Lager,
Old Milwaukee.
yeah,
Laker in Ontario.
yeah, Damn Good Beer, Minhas Creek.
I don't drink them because they taste like shit. That's why I don't drink the dollar beers. Because it tastes like piss water.
My favorite draft beers right now, as far as like a standard domestic
Canadian
beer,
beer?
at least in Canada, are as follows. Number 1, Great Western Brewing Company, Original 16. That's what I have in the can right here. I don't really love it canned or bottled that much, but I do really, really enjoy it cold in a pint. And their glasses, the aesthetic makes me want to drink more. I love the little gold rim around the lip. I love I love the tall pint. I'm not a big fan of like the fucking European pint, like you always see in fucking, who was the guys in Sean Beam, or what the hell's his name? From Shaun of the Dead? What's that guy's name?
Simon Pegg.
Simon Pegg. That's like the beer glasses at Simon Pegg, like the ones that come up, they taper upward, and they have like the little bubble. And then they go up a little bit more. You know the pint glass I'm talking about? They're a little bit wider on the base. They come up, and then there's like that little bubble, and then the lip. So it's like just down from the lip, there's a little bubble ring around the outside. They're a very common pint glass. They look really cool when they're drinking them in European shows, usually in the UK. I'm not a big fan of them. I prefer like a slender, taller pint glass. That's why I really like Original 16. I also, maybe I'm really a sucker for glassware. Alexander Keith's is probably my second favorite draft beer. Domestic, mass-produced draft beer. I also like their Coors Banquet. Kronenberg. I also really enjoy Kronenberg.
It's shit in bottles or cans, but draft is the best.
It's awesome. I want to say Coors Banquet, but I'm just getting so off the Coors Banquet train. They let me off 5 stops ago, and I don't feel like I'm getting back on.
Yeah, that's overrated, for sure. I don't mind it.
My least favorite draft beer, probably Budweiser. Budweiser is my least favorite beer, period. All across the board.
Yeah, no,
I would rather not drink it all than have a Budweiser. And I've tried having Budweisers. I would be buried in a Bohemian painted casket before I would fucking enjoy a full case of Budweiser. There are a lot of awful, unforgivable things I would do instead of drinking 12 Budweiser.
I'm not a big Budweiser fan myself, yeah.
I'd just rather not have one. Like if we're going somewhere and we're drinking on the way in a legal in an RV with seatbelts, yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And I send somebody in to get beer and they bring back a case of Budweiser. I won't have one, even if I'm in the mood to have a beer. Well, as far as hard liquor is concerned, rye, I am a Weiser's Deluxe man. I don't like Crown Royal, unfortunately. I wish I did. A lot of people do.
Not a big. I can't do Crown.
No, you've had experiences.
But I'm over those. Like, I'm over
careful.
that now. It doesn't make me sick anymore. I've had both, and Weiser's is just better. Crown Apple isn't terrible. I can do Crown Apple with ginger ale.
Yeah, I really like that. That's probably my only Crown drink I like. My brother loves fucking Crown. I don't.
Weiser's Apple is still better, but like Crown Apple I can do.
Vodka?
Smirnoff is fucking dog shit.
I'm kind of getting to be a vodka snob a bit.
Honestly, Lucky Bastard makes some of the best.
Yeah, I agree. Vodka and gin. I really like the Gambit
But
gin.
their gin is really good too. And it's like a good price.
I used to be a big tank guy. I'm not a Tanqueray guy anymore. I'm a Bombay Sapphire guy. Tank is too pine needly for me now. The juniper taste is too strong.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there.
I don't have a favorite rum, and I don't even have even close. I have no allegiance with rum at all.
I really like Mount Gay. Mount Gay rum is really good. Nice mild amber rum.
The only thing I really drink rum in anymore is when I make pina coladas, and the only reason that I buy Captain Morgan's is because now Captain Morgan's makes a 35% coconut and a 35% pineapple rum. So
What?
if you're making pina coladas, there's no reason to not also get. I thought it might be too much.
It just adds a nice little.
It's not, because like hard alcohol that's 35% and flavored is never gonna taste like the thing it's flavored as. It's not gonna be like, oh wow, I can barely taste the alcohol. It tastes like fucking rum that has like a hint of pineapple. So I'm willing to sacrifice 5% to cut some of the harshness of the alcohol.
It's true. And the only thing I really drink spiced rum anymore is like rum and eggnog, or.
Yeah, and I would drink Bacardi spiced, or I would drink Captain Morgan spiced, or I would drink.
I just drink Captain. Captain Morgan is just usually the cheapest option.
Excuse me. I had one other thing that I was pressing to talk about. What are other hard alcohols? What am I forgetting? Oh, tequila. For me, there is no substitute for Patron if you can find it and afford it.
That's a fact.
Yeah, Patron.
Patron is just better. I don't know.
It's way more drinkable.
I
than
hate
anything else.
tequila. I hate it. Hate it. I can drink Patron.
And
No problem.
I don't know. There's probably other premium tequilas, probably like George Clooney's brand, that I haven't had.
Well, you should talk to Kyle about that. Like, Kyle drinks like a tumbler full of tequila. Like, tequila is his drink of choice.
That's fucking crazy to me to sip on tequila.
He said he'll take a glass, no ice, just a tumbler, and just sip on tequila.
Holy.
Yeah.
I like my tequila, and I don't like my tequila that much. But like Jose Cuervo or fucking LG Mador, or that's really.
Cuervo's, Cuervo's like poison to me at this point.
And then I always heard the song "To Something of Jose Cuervo," and I'm like, oh, that must be a good tequila. Nope, it's not a good tequila. Don't have it. A lot of people. There's really two sects of people. There's people like, I fucking don't like tequila. I'll never drink tequila, so it doesn't matter if you're giving me like the freshest mountain water with the premium agave, or like bathroom sink water, because I'll just shoot it, and if I have to, I'll just drink whatever. I don't care.
That's all tequila for me except for Patron.
I love the hit. If I'm really, really enjoying tequila, like a night of tequila, like I've just done a 2-6 of tequila, and that's all I've drank in the night. Lots of limes. Like, I love hitting it with the lime, the freshness. I love that.
Have you had Patron, like orange or lime?
No, I never had flavored Patron. I've had the coffee Patron. It's
fucking
also
God.
incredible. There's coffee tequila. It's amazing.
The Patron lime, you have to. It'll blow your fucking mind. It is so good.
I'm gonna have it. That will be the next thing I buy at the liquor store. Francois, what do you think?
In terms of draft beer, I love Moosehead on tap. I love Rolling Rock on tap. I love Alexander Keith's on tap. I'm a big fan of Banquet on tap. Guinness. There's nothing like a Guinness on tap. That's probably like that. I think if it wasn't so expensive, that might be the only thing. If everywhere had it on tap and it wasn't so expensive, it might be the only thing I drank on tap. Because it's like the only thing I'm not compelled to drink really quickly, I guess. So it's like every other draft beer, it's like I'll be sitting there and then all of a sudden I've had 5 and I'm like, I don't know how this happened or what conspired. But like Guinness, it's like I can happily sit there and have like 2 Guinness and be totally content. And so I love that. I'm trying to think what else. On
the topic of Guinness, recent discovery of mine, anyways. Shaving a haircut has a nice cap to the night. It's a Guinness. It's a
Guinness Boilermaker.
Kind of. It's a Guinness, but it's like a spiced rum and coke and a Guinness together, and it's like it tastes really good.
Interesting. I used to really enjoy the Crown Floats. Depends on what cider. I'd really, really like to try a Crown Float without Strongbow. I'm just not a huge Strongbow guy. I would love to try it with Summersby. I would love to try a Summersby Crown Float and see if that's any good. I really like Summersby on tap. This is so stupid because like you pay so much money for this alcohol, especially with beer.
Oh, Summersby's the apple?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very good.
It's so good, and I love it on tap even more than in a can. And I specifically request to have like tons of ice. I like it like fucking frigid. But then you're not really getting that much
ice. But
like you're paying $5 for like this much fucking Summersby.
Usually Summersby comes out nice and fucking crisp and cool.
There's just something about like I'm a big ice guy. Everyone here knows it. I'm a big something about frozen water, the molecular
this
structure.
makes me very happy to hear this.
I really like ice. I've always been like
I wish Amy was here. Or Kevin, sorry.
For me it's always been like it started my fascination just like a serial killer. My fascination with it began with coolers when we were young and kids. Mm-hmm. And we would fucking get to a party and there wouldn't be enough ice or it would get warm quick and it would just fucking kill the mood because like everyone didn't want to drink all these warm beer or they wouldn't drink them as quickly. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like I'm vowing to not let that happen because it kills parties too easily. So it's like pack the cooler with too much ice. It's like throw some ice out if you have to. Don't have not enough ice. Ice is kind of expensive for what you get, but I don't care. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's $3. Who gives a shit? Like, just buy an extra bag of ice. If it doesn't fit, fuck it.
It's worse.
Also, like, you learn pretty quick after you have a couple of those things. There is the proper way to pack a cooler.
Yeah, and then there's the improper.
Way. And anyone who does it the wrong way, like, just get the fuck out of the way.
And then I got very into, like, salting my ice and adding water to make, like, super frigid stuff. And then I got really into, like, types of coolers, and then the boys in Frontier introduced me to the Sheep, which was a 50-gallon oil drum full of beer and ice that had a trap door on it with a lock, and then it was covered in spray foam, and it would keep that barrel full of ice cool for days. Like it would never fucking melt in the hot sun. And like the thing was indestructible. You could drop it, you could roll it. Incredible cooler, most incredible cooler ever.
Makes you really wonder about those Yeti coolers and if they're really worth it. I'm sure they are worth the...
So anyway, that's my Summersby on ice. I like my ice.
In terms of hard alcohol, the only like ringing endorsement I can think of is like Jack Daniels. Like, I like a lot of Jack Daniels products. Like honey Jack Daniels is really nice.
I just don't like corn mash whiskey at all.
Yeah, it's kind of the only because like I don't enjoy tequila. I don't enjoy like vodka to an extent, but it's like I don't like vodka. Not really. Like it's like vodka and Sprite is good, and like all these things you can mix in ways that make them okay. Like tequila, even you can mix to a way that makes it good, and vodka you can mix to make it okay, and all these different things. But whiskey, I enjoy shooting. I can drink it straight and it doesn't bother me. Rum.
I'm having a much tougher time in my
straight.
life getting in the mindset to drink amber alcohols. And, like, I want to enjoy whiskey on the rocks and I want to be able to drink scotch. I just can't fucking do it, and I'm getting more into drinking pressed and less mixed clear liquors. Like, I like to have a fucking vodka martini, a little bit dirty with some olives.
Some gin.
I like to have gin and tonic pressed, like, without too much tonic. I like the gin taste, and I'm starting to enjoy the vodka taste, and I don't, like there's a perception of clear versus amber alcohols, like, you know what I mean? Like,
if vodka is ice cold, like ice cold,
That's good vodka.
and yeah, then it's okay. Like, I'll say that vodka is a drink that is dramatically better when it's cold versus warm, whereas like whiskey, I can kind of do it either way, and rum doesn't get better when it's cold for me. Either way, I don't really like rum, but like, I'll drink it warm, drink it. I don't have a preference there. But yeah, I will say with vodka, it's dramatically better when it's cold than when it's warm.
one alcohol we can never forget is sweet sippin' Canadian maple whiskey.
Whiskey.
Today's episode brought to you by Sweet Sippin' Canadian Maple Whiskey and the Disney Corporation. I'm talking about the Disney parent company. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
Now I have a PSA to announce to everyone. I would like to talk now about a miracle that has appeared in my life over the last 3 years and won't be leaving anytime soon. And that was the joke of Labatt Blue that turned into a love affair. So, I don't really know the origins of this, even though I was involved. It was a very drunk time in my life. But a slogan was invented that I'd like a blue, but a light will do. Mm-hmm. So people started drinking Labatt Light and requesting Labatt Blue because they knew they couldn't get it anywhere. So they'd ask for a blue and they'll say a light will do. Because everywhere kind of has Labatt Light. Like, not
The Labatt Light's a great beer.
Nobody fucking drinks Labatt Light. Like,
It's a good beer.
it is. Now, what's a better beer?
Labatt Blue.
Labatt Blue is good in a can. It's good in a bottle. It's good in draft.
I don't know if I've ever had blue on draft.
You can get it at Athena's. It's the only place I've ever
Really?
had Labatt Blue on draft. You can get it at Athena's. I always have one on there. I don't know what it is that I love about Labatt Blue. I was kind of a Calgary guy for a while. I'll still have a Tatanka, as they're sometimes referred to as, a Calgary. It only comes in bottles. It's very hard to find, and I don't know if I like it because it's silly or if I like it, but like Blue very quickly transformed from a joke into something that I like. Like, everyone else stopped drinking Labatt Blue, and I just kept drinking Labatt Blue. And I always get Labatt Blue, and I always tell people about Labatt Blue. I brought a case of Labatt Blue to the farm, and my dad said, "What the hell is that?" And I said, "This is a Labatt Blue." He's like, "I haven't seen a Labatt Blue since 1974. Like, where do you even find Labatt Blue?" And then I remembered back, my dad used to have a Labatt Blue and a Labatt Light sign in the shop, and then the Labatt Blue sign eventually faded away. And Dad had like a couple of Labatt Light things, and I remember a time when Mom and Dad almost exclusively drank Labatt Light. Labatt Light with the polar bear. It was super fucking popular like in the 90s, early 2000s with adults. Not a lot of kids drank Labatt Light.
It's a good beer.
Labatt Light's a good beer. Labatt Blue, however, is very difficult to find. Like, it's in every liquor store, but it's like there's 2 cases.
I wonder if there will be a time, because like with your parent, you bring up guys, like your dad is a religious Bud Light drinker. And I wonder if there will be a time in our lives when it's like we have only been drinking the same beer for 15 years.
It's incredible to me the transition to Bud Light. Like, I don't remember the marketing campaign that swept the nation. Everybody, at least in this province, that's all they fucking drink now is Bud Light.
It's hands down the easiest beer to drink, I think.
It's like the closest thing to water.
Now, Coors Light is more watery than beer than Bud Light.
I do, and I'm starting to like realize, like, that's one thing is like,
Coors Light.
yeah, nobody drinks Coors Light. I don't know a single person who drinks Coors Light. And so I like Banquet. So then at places that, and I'm like,
Banquet, you get Coors Light.
yeah, like Boston Pizza, for instance. It's like they'll name all their draft beers, and I'm like, I don't really want to deal with a Schooner Pilsner because that's like, that's a lot of commitment there. So then, yeah, Coors Light was the only thing that sounded light and like not a big deal. So anyways, then I get a Coors Light. Now I'm just like, yeah, I could easily drink Coors Light. Like, I don't know a single person who drinks Coors Light, so I never was.
You remember Coors Light iced tea?
Like shown.
Yeah, Clint's, they were fucking awful.
Yeah. Who let that go through? Clits.
And like, everyone drinks Bud Light. And now if you go to a small town bar and look in the cooler, there's like 5 rows of fucking cans of Bud Light, then like 5 rows of Bud Light bottles, and then there's like 3 rows of everything else, or like 2. There's like one sleeve of Budweiser, one sleeve of Pilsner, maybe a sleeve or 2 of Canadian, one of Coors Light, and the rest of the fucking coolers Bud Light.
Yeah.
Everybody and Michelob.
I get it. Like I'm not confused by it. Like I understand the mass appeal of Bud Light.
I just don't like Bud Light. I just don't.
Because
like Bud Light.
Bud Light's probably the easiest thing to shotgun.
It'll do.
Ever.
This summer, something switched, and I was having a Bud Light, and I'm like, I fucking don't like this. Why do I keep drinking it? Because everyone just buys fucking Bud Light. Everyone's like, yeah, get fucking, and you can get them in like 88s.
They're also so cheap.
Bud Light apples are. Ugh, I love them so much.
I like the Bud Light apple, and I don't mind Bud Light lime, and I haven't tried the Bud Light. Apparently, Bud Light orange is fucking the next big thing, but we haven't got it.
Bud Light Rattlers were not.
The lemon ones weren't.
Yeah, they weren't super, but Bud Light Lemonade was shit.
Yeah, Bud Light Lemonade's garbage. But everyone, and then that's the thing. Like, you go to a fucking liquor store, and it's like, I can get 12 of this beer, 12 of this beer, or I can get 8,800 Bud Light. It's like, you guys,
8,800.
It's like, can I carry a bunch of cases out, or they'll forklift a pallet for you because everyone's getting a pallet of Bud Light.
Yeah.
And they come in like turbo packs and quad cores, and there's a fucking octagon of Bud Light.
What? So like you're proposing that blue, like if you could have it your way, blue would be that drink that would be the palate drink that like is.
No, it's not that It's not that I want everyone to drink blue. I just can't believe that Bud Light took
that's not what I mean. Even like not against anyone's will, but like just a beer that for your own taste would be, it would make more sense to you that beer is taste better.
It makes sense to me that everyone likes Bud Light because of the consumability of it. Like it's an easy beer to drink. That's what people want now. There's like people who are drinking craft beer, so those people aren't drinking the heavier beers now. So the real like.
It's true.
People who don't like beer that much are coming out.
There's the Bud Light drinkers, which is like the biggest part of the population. Then there's also this really strong vocal group of craft beer drinkers on the one side, and then there's the middle who aren't very vocal at all.
There's not very many of them.
And then there's not very many of them left.
The thing with me about Bud Light,
like the Pilsner drinker is a dying breed. Yeah.
The thing with Bud Light for me isn't about whether or not it should have taken over or should not have. I just can't believe like. It's everything. Like, the signs are Bud Light. The unique packaging is Bud Light. The commercials are Bud Light. Like, there's not even like, there's Bud Light and then there's other beer. Like, are you going to buy beer or those other beers? Like, why would you buy... Like, we have the 58 pack.
It's
like,
true.
Buy the 58 pack.
Bud Light is
It's phenom.
It's a cultural phenomenon.
To me, it's always, cause like, especially like planning for something like going to Dog Patch. And it's like, it's really easy for me to plan to buy.
Nobody's going to say, I'm not going to have a Bud Light.
Exactly. No one's going to turn it down. So you can buy 2 30 packs of Bud Light, and there you go.
And you can't get 30 packs of something else.
Your beer to give away is...
That's the thing. For the price, nothing comes close.
No. Unless you want garbage.
48 pack is what we bought. We bought 2 48 packs of Bud Light.
Like, that's insane that they come in 48 packs.
I can't think of another beer that's as easy to shotgun as Bud Light.
And that's the other thing.
Like
Bud Light
like
cans
Light,
are taken
like,
off. Like Bud Light bottles.
True.
Bud Light cans are the thing. Like, have a good time, and then that song Bud Light Blue or whatever the fuck.
That's the thing. Is like I only want to drink. I don't like cans of beer. Like it's not something that I enjoy. But I don't want a bottle of Bud Light.
You want a can of Bud
I just want a can of Bud Light. That's the only kind of way I want to drink Bud Light. And then the Bud Light Apple, I want a bottle. So I guess I don't really consider them in the same vein. But
would your parents still drink Labatt Light if it went their way?
Oh yeah, my parents just don't buy. Also, like, again, it's the same thing. It's like mom and dad have lots of people over the house all the time, and lots of people like to drink. So what's easier for mom, to carry a bunch of fucking nonsense in, or just get one big fucking case of beer every fucking 3 weeks? But like, if I come home and I have beer that I bought or whatever, and I have extra beer, I'll just put it in the fridge in the house, and dad will still drink a pill or an 016 or craft beer that I bring home, and he doesn't care. It's just the convenience of the Bud Light. You know, because, you know, maybe friend A, B, and C like Calgary, but E, F, and D like Pilsner, and this person likes that. Like Garnet likes Pill, but they all drink Bud Light, so we should buy Bud Light.
Oh yeah, in the Venn diagram of the world, Bud Light is the center.
Yeah. Everyone will just have a Bud Light.
Yeah.
Just have a Bud Light. It's easy. I hate it.
Yeah, I gotta say I enjoy it. I like that there's this one beer that everybody can kind of like get on board with. Because that is one thing.
016 has kind of become that in Saskatchewan, especially because at events.
Yeah.
It's the beer that's at every event.
Yeah, 016 is like in terms of local, it's the best local beer. Like I like Great Western's Pilsner, but 016.
That's the my thing. I'm opposite of you. Like I fucking despise Great Western's other products. I would fucking I'd probably have a Budweiser before I had a Great Western Pilsner Light. I have a disdain for Great Western Pilsner Light. I don't know.
What does it light on? It's a green can.
No, but there's both. But the light I really don't like, and I don't like the green. But there's also a gold can that's Great Western Pilsner Light. So there's G-Dub's Original Blend, then G-Dub Light, then there's Great Western Pilsner, and there's also Great Western Pilsner Light, not to be confused with regular Great Western Light. And
well, now they've got 016 and they've got the Prairie White, which are both.
Yeah, I like Prairie
White.
White. Prairie White's Dynamite. So I think the reason that I have such a disdain for Great Western Pilsner and Great Western Pilsner Light is because when we went to Louis in fucking for $2 beer nights, all they fucking had was Great Western and Great Western Pilsner, or Great Western Pilsner and Great Western Pilsner Light. So everyone would drink the pill until the pill ran out.
It is the only thing, and it is very annoying. The only time, but that's the thing, is like I never went to Louis because I wasn't here when everybody was in their first, second, third year at university.
I only went the one time.
So I didn't really have it, or
It's
like,
Tuesday night, we could go tonight.
or no.
Can you imagine us going to fucking Dollar Drop?
Maybe there's a show going on. The first time I knew that, because that's the thing, you go there and you just get a picture, you don't know what beer you're drinking, too. Like, you don't have to know. But the first time I knew that I was drinking it was in the box, Star Phoenix box at the...
The first
stadium,
time I
because
ever went, they had 016, and I was like,
yeah,
this is heaven on earth.
Now all they do is the Pilsner and maybe the Pilsner Light?
Yeah, I think so.
I think they got 3 in there or whatever, yeah. So that, and that's the thing is I crushed the Pilsners, no problem. Like they definitely have. I would never buy it, but like because it's got something about the taste is a bit off to me. But like I find it very. I find it. I don't know.
Also,
not like specific, but just like some beers have like a hint of more hops or something that's just like it's smooth and then all of a sudden it takes a left turn. It's like, oh, this is really hoppy all of a sudden, and that's not what it is with the Pilsner. I would definitely not describe it. It's not a hoppy beer in any way, but it definitely, when you drink it, it takes a little left turn where you're like, oh, there's a hiccup of flavor here that's not great. But I find it very drinkable though. Like I would have no problem drinking a whole case of that.
Also, like, this is such a good fucking beer for a domestic beer. For a domestic Masters beer, this is so fucking good.
It's true.
I hate that they charge it as a premium.
We're not drinking it just because it's local. It's actually like good beer.
And the branding is dynamite. Like, that logo is clean.
I don't like it on the can because it just looks very lazy to me. It works very well on the bottle, on like a draft. Like a pint looks very classy. This to me looks off-brand. Like that's what it looks like to me. The only thing that would tell me it's not off-brand is the font they used, because off-brand never does that kind of shit. But it's like, I don't know, even like the placement. Everything about it.
I like the colors. I like the silver, gold, and white.
I think if they need to do something with this,
like turn this into a crest,
or something, just to make it because class is obviously what they're going for, but I don't think they're hitting that mark very effectively. Probably close, like maybe a big just 16, like a big O and a big 16, something like that.
Yeah.
But that might take away the classiness. I don't know.
Like for me, it's all about that gold rim pint glass.
Yeah, and maybe the different color gold here, something that's a little more standout.
Yeah. It pops, and it's a good goddamn beer. Mm-hmm.
I definitely think you guys like it more than me. Because once again, it's never a draft it's not like I dislike getting a pint of 016, but it's like I would rather get a pint of Keith's or a pint of Moosehead or a pint of Rolling Rock.
I'm neck and neck between AK and fucking 016, and I'll drink 016 because it's local if I can get it.
Yeah, that is a good reason to drink it.
Even though, like, it is a direct competitor to me.
There's a fucking... Yeah.
Like, it is a direct competitor.
There's a beer that I used to really enjoy that I can't for the life of me think of. Something that I used to drink a lot of, but I can't think of.
Keith's is that for me. I used to be a big... Like, I turned Brad onto Keith's.
Yeah.
And I can't really do it anymore. Like, it just...
Even draft?
Not really. I don't know what. Just, like, I had a bad night with it or something. I don't
If
know.
I have, like, for me, the perfect meal, which I've had many times, is
Eastside Mario's.
going to Eastside Mars with Kelsey, having some sort of pasta dish with Italian wedding soup and
Bread,
2 or 3 pints of
almost.
8K. I fucking love that.
Would that be your last meal? You're talking, let's do last meals.
I already told you mine. I don't think I could do the Eastside Mario's thing because, like, that doesn't do a last meal justice to have, like, reheated chain pasta for my final meal.
You said steak and a big fucking giant Greek salad, fresh ingredients, big slabs of feta, and what'd you say for dessert? Oh, carrot cake.
And I would have a 9-ounce glass of Jackson Triggs Merlot, and I would have an ice cold pint of Pilsner.
Yeah, that would be a nice, like, throwback to childhood before you fucking...
Ice cold pint of pill. And one thing that I would do that I think is the biggest mistake and the cheapest looking thing I've ever seen, I couldn't believe it. The very first time I saw one of the Pilsner pint glasses, I was like, this is cute that somebody made a pint glass. Like, they tried to make a branded Pilsner pint glass. I don't know where they got this done in the city, but this is cute. I like this. Like, they've even put a little bunny on the bottom.
Yeah.
This is Molson's actual distributed fucking... You can't just take a bottle logo in a square, shrink it so I can't read it, and then just slam it on the side of a... How... There's... The one thing that's beautiful about Pilsner, above all other beers that I've ever had, is that logo design. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
It's such a busy scene. There's so much going on. There's so many iconic things
Well,
on the label.
it harkens back to like the United Kingdom, like 18th century, 19th century.
You've got the plane, the locomotive, the carriage,
Yeah.
the First Nations people, the people dining at the table, the bunny.
Like, it's the closest thing we have to like a old world, like World's End pub, like that kind of thing, where it's that sort of style.
How nice would a Pilsner pint look? Old style flag. All you have to say is old style Pilsner and the flag on the side of the glass. And then every case of glasses you get, one has a locomotive, one has the bunny, one has the table, and
That'll
just
be
like,
a very nice.
and then
little
just
set.
like all the glasses have the different logo on the bottom and just the flag on the side. Like, come on, Molson, that's ridiculous that you took the full. I'm pretty sure it has like the barcode on it. They just like slammed it on the fucking side of it. Like, get over yourself.
Scan it at a store and it shows up as a 6-pack.
Yeah, like, fuck you.
We're getting close to time. So
To cap it off, we're going to sing Kumbaya while we pull on Andrew's.
if you had two dicks, would you rather have them side by side or on top of one another?
I'm going over under.
Over under?
Yeah. I'm a big monogamy guy, and we can make that work.
You make
Side by side is not a monogamy guy's dick.
No,
That's no good for nobody.
I don't think you can fuck two people like that.
He does, that fucking guy.
Well, it'd be so like the
I'm pretty sure he's been proven to
the
be
amount of you
Double
wouldn't
dick
be able to
dude, yeah.
stretch
Like
it
you
over.
slam. He does.
Oh yeah, if you out in out
Yeah,
in
yeah.
out, but like you might as well just have one dick at that point. Like it's the same thing, really.
Also-
peeing would be kind of shitty with both on top, because like one would dribble onto the other one. That would kind of suck. And like that I don't know how water would react when one stream like curves and then hits the other one, and like what that would do. I feel like that would make pissing really difficult. This would make pissing easier because you could just hold. I guess like if they were on top, you could kind of hold them like that so they're peeing in different directions.
Also, like, because of how rare it is, the over-under shotgun is like a sought-after thing. Like, double barrel side by side, that's what everyone sees. Like, when
Oh,
you
I
think of
see.
a double barrel
Yeah,
shotgun,
yeah.
you always see, like, Red
Yeah.
Dead Redemption, you see the side by side.
Like
The
that.
over-under looks fucking
Wait.
tactical and slick.
Cool, yeah. And like it will do, yeah. Yeah, I think I'd go over under. Probably like if just for like the sex part of it, I think it would make it easier to deal with that. Because you're grabbing onto kind of one thing when you're fucking grabbing on, rather than like
roping them,
trying to like get two handled. So yeah, I think over under is probably what I do. Even though I feel like it would have the like pissing, it might make pissing not fun, but and like the gunk that might build up on one dick laying on top of another dick. Like I don't know, because like two dicks separate, like they're not. Yeah. They might get a little bit of gunk in the middle there, but at least they're kind of hanging free. But this, like, one's on the other one.
Over under. I mean, you're gonna have to like change up your cleaning habits regardless.
Yes, true. Like if you have two dicks.
Over under, I think it seems like definitely more usable, more practical.
And you got to think that it's like if it's like that, like one's gonna lay like this, one's gonna lay, and like they're gonna gradually they will just start to like list either direction, just because of the weight of the one on the other one.
Last one. Here's another one. Mainly for everyone, but like specifically a tough one for Brad, I think. Would you rather only be able to use one tab at a time, or you have to use Internet Explorer?
Oh, Internet Explorer.
Oh.
No, I'm 150%. I don't even... When things... Windows Netscape, now that Windows 10 is out, is actually not that bad of a fucking... It's not great.
Netscape isn't Windows... That's two different things.
Or whatever they're thinking. They don't call it Internet Explorer anymore.
Edge is not Internet Explorer.
Oh.
Edge is a completely like built from the ground up browser.
Well,
Microsoft
but it has the E.
Microsoft has yeah. Well, they call it Microsoft Edge because they're trying to like get people to use Edge instead. So like they're trying to like take their current user base and move them over to Edge. But Edge is separate. There is no code from Internet Explorer that uses Edge.
Okay, well then I will still.
Internet Explorer still exists as far as
I can't go with single tabs. I can't do it. Can't be done. I'm a huge tab guy.
I could do it. My tab
do it, yeah.
Cleanliness is supreme. Like I'm so.
I
never have more than 3 tabs.
I was gonna say most is 3 tabs. Maybe.
4 maybe, but like
I'm a
4
if I'm
getting crazy. Yeah. Here, 23. There's probably 50 on your computer right
and
now.
like I'm dual. I'm
like,
dual.
You have
some,
15. You have 15 tabs that automatically open when you open the fucking.
Like some of those tabs are collecting dust. Like they're never going to be looked at again.
I close the browser every time I stop using the computer.
They're just there.
I know, but you have like at least 10 tabs that are set to open every time.
Because like I'm flying through stuff usually,
terrifying.
and like I'm like, this is important. I don't want to forget this. Right click, open a new tab, and then at least I can go through and read and unclick them as I go. Because if I don't consciously make a tab out of it, I'm not going to look at it, and then I miss that information.
I think you miss a lot of the information regardless of the
Yeah,
tabs or not. Like I don't know, but also I can't even speak. Like the way you use a computer is so far removed from the way I use a computer.
Oh, certainly.
Like your desktop
It's
cleanliness is like
it's hideous.
I can't even. I won't even start. But like your brain.
See, the thing is, like, I keep my phone very clean because it's the thing I'm on all the time. I just sit down and work on the computer and then like leave. That's it.
Yeah.
This I couldn't stand being like that. Like this, I have like everything's well organized and like I just downloaded a few new things, but like this is bad because I wouldn't normally. But I usually have everything just in these boxes.
Well, I'd imagine.
And categories.
See, I don't like the folders too much either. I don't use them too much.
See, yeah,
I only put things I don't use in folders, so that way all the shit I don't use is all in one place. But yeah, I don't know. Phones are interesting. Like everybody's got a system. It seems like that works best for them. Although I have run into some people who it seems like it's complete and utter randomness, and there's no system at all. Yeah.
This is how I would normally keep my.
The way
this is clean, and then I don't like these. I don't have multiple
widgets.
No, I don't have multiple
pages.
Yeah, like I just have calendar.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think 2 or 3 is the most I could ever do. I don't like a lot of stuff on the home screen, but I also don't like you kind of have a mentality of what I do with a computer desktop where I like to have free empty space just because it looks neater, but I don't do that with a phone. Like what I'll do on my home screen is I'll have like a large widget here that's like weather, the time, and then I'll have 3 apps that I use a lot here. So that way it's like it feels like a home where it's like information, Then if I'm need to use maps or something, like 3 things, and then the next page will be just like my home thing is just like it's all the apps that I use a lot, and then I go into my like app screen.
See, I would never go in here.
And then here, so I do that a lot, and then here is where I would make a folder, and I put everything I don't use into that folder, and then everything else is laid out to a certain degree of like I can find it, and yeah. But yeah, it is interesting how people organize things.
Anyways, I think we're about out of time.
Thank you very much for tuning in, as always. He's your host, Francois Denish. I'm Andrew Sorsdahl. It's not easy. It's not as easy as it looks. There's no
This is part of it.
Oh, he's putting on a show now because I don't have the brain power to come up with these.
And I am a Greenland shark. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We'll catch you next time.